I'm Nadia Sawalha, a working mum to my gorgeous girls, Maddie and Kiki. Not forgetting wife to Mad Mark. And then, of course, there's my dogs, Chi-Chi and Toffee too. Growing up, dinner was always a family affair. With my Arabic father and my mum's obsession with all things French, mealtimes were tasty and exciting. Over the years, I've begged, borrowed and stolen cooking tips. I love to cook and I'm always in my kitchen. And now I'm excited to be finding out about the fabulous family feasts people enjoy around the world. Taking inspiration from busy households for simple recipes. During the series, I'll be hanging out with some fantastic chefs and cooks from every country imaginable as they share the dishes they grew up with and love today.
I just want to feed everybody.
Every one of which we want you to have a go at. Oh. And if that wasn't enough, they'll be sharing the ingredients they couldn't live without to help you along the way.
Oh, naughty.
So buckle up and hold on tight for my fantastic family feasts. Quick, run! Hello and welcome to the show. Now, over the next few months, I'm going to be inviting a whole host of international chefs into my kitchen to teach me about how families eat across the world. And today, we are going to Italy. I'm so happy about this. The home of pizza, pasta and pavarotti. Now, I love Italian food, but trust me, I'm no expert at it, but I'm very, very clever because what I've done is invite Masha, Rener, head chef at Lina Stores, to teach me about it. Welcome, Masha.
Buongiorno.
Well,
How are you?
No, I'm off. I'm already there. Now, you're from Umbria.
Yes.
A small village in Umbria. Rustic food?
Very rustic, yeah.
Oh, that's what I love.
Really kind of authentic region. I think I still even now.
I always wish I was Italian. My sister and I used to sit and cry about the fact that we weren't Italian when we were kids.
Yeah, it's quite a nice thing to be Italian, I have to say.
And what is amazing is that you eat tons and tons of food and you're all skinny, but I'm going to ask you about that later.
Yeah.
OK, so on the menu today, Masha's making homemade fennel sausage and slow-cooked cannellini beans in a rich ragu for breakfast. I'm cooking my super easy mama spaghetti, an Italian herb roasted chicken and a beautiful salad. For dinner, Masha's making some of her iconic pasta, buratta-filled mezzalune with arrabiata sauce. And I'm finishing off with possibly the world's favourite Italian dessert, Tiramisu. So what is it that you're cooking today? Not a typical breakfast.
This is like a dish that we do quite a lot anyway in Italy, and it's the Tuscan fennel sausage with cannellini beans.
And you're clever because you know we Brits like a sausage for our breakfast.
Yes.
So she's keeping us happy, isn't she, guys?
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
OK, so what do we do first?
So first things that I will, maybe if you can help me a bit on this, because I always prefer to peel the sausage.
Oh, I always peel my sausages.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dream of not peeling my
So
sausage.
I show you
Why
one.
are you peeling the sausage?
Because it's easier to eat after. And otherwise, you have to be there on the plate trying to cut. So it's quite easy.
And does it stay together if you peel it?
Yes.
Yeah, OK.
So it's not difficult. You just do this.
Oh, I can manage that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
I could probably do that.
Perfect.
OK.
Okay.
All right,
So,
darling.
and in the meantime that you're doing this, I will chop the onion. That is our first ingredient.
Onion and garlic is the base for so many Italian dishes, isn't it? And celery. You use
And
celery quite
and
a lot.
carrots. Yeah, our soffritto, I think, that is quite well known all around the world. Right?
What do you call it?
Soffritto.
Soffritto.
In this case, it's just onion and garlic. We are not going to add other vegetables.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep the flavor of just the beans and the sausage quite pure. Okay. So.
Sorry.
All good?
You know, I always said that would be really easy. I can't get the skin off the sausage. Why isn't it coming off? Hang on a minute.
There is a little
it's
trick.
OK. It's OK. Yeah, so just onion and garlic in
Onion
this.
and garlic. So I will. You start with the oil.
There's so much different conflicting information about what oils to use for what, are we? And we shouldn't fry in olive oil and all of this.
Okay, so all
What
the
do you think?
dishes that you stove slowly and you need the flavor of the oil, you use the extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
Better if it's organic always, but it's
Yeah.
okay. And if you need to fry the ingredients. So it's better that you use our oil that's lighter and burnt on a higher temperature. So like sunflower, pine nuts, this kind of thing.
Can we just have a little chat about my sausage peeling?
Well,
it's not going terribly well.
No, I can help you.
I'll just shush it together. There you go. So now with the onions, they're just cooking down till soft?
Soft, yeah. You don't want to burn your onion.
Should make them the same size?
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
But very rustic.
Very rustic. This is very rustic. We are definitely rustic, Masha.
They're gonna stay like together, so they don't worry if you peel them.
Okay.
Okay. Now we can add the beans because you see the onion has just a slightly color. Doesn't have to be brown.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I would have manically have browned those all perfectly all over before I started anything, but it's going to be fine like that.
No, it's fine.
Great, less time cooking.
So this is our cannellini beans.
Yeah.
This is tinned, but you can also like soak in the water the night before.
Okay, so the beans are in. So we've got the onion, the whole garlic cloves, the sausages, the beans.
So now we put the bay leaf also.
So do you always use fresh bay leaf? You wouldn't use dried?
Well, the bay leaf is one of the only herbs that stays quite good also if it's dry. And this is our passata. This is, we're obsessed with this.
When I'm in Italy, I literally heat tomatoes like this.
They're like, you can have like an apple.
Oh, they're so good.
It's almost done. You probably noticed that I didn't add any salt to the recipe. There is a reason, because the sausage, they're quite salty. So what we don't want is to have
overdo it.
Too salty.
How long will that cook for now?
This is gonna be like about low heat for about half an hour and cover. So
half an hour?
Half an hour.
I thought it was nearly ready.
Half an hour.
I already made the toast.
It's fine. You can start with that one.
Problem. Oh, it smells so good. Tell me it's ready.
It's ready.
Yes!
It's ready, but we need to check on the seasoning.
Okay.
So...
Can I have a little taste? Let me see. Let me see if I can know whether it needs seasoning or not.
You see, it's like, it's ready.
I don't think it does. It's gorgeous. Oh, that looks so good. Shall I chop some of the parsley?
Oh, yes, thanks.
I don't know why I offered to do that in front of a chef, but there we go. You know me, I'm a glutton for punishment. Could you put basil with that?
You can add some basil. The only thing is the basil turns dark very quickly.
So we just put a sprinkle on the top?
Yes.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yes.
I've got a sprinkle fear now.
Okay.
Is that enough?
Yes.
Oh, I've got a little stick in there, never mind.
Yeah. And we're finishing with some sourdough bread toasted.
Which I did ages ago because I didn't think it was going to take half an hour.
So this is going to be our breakfast.
Look at that. And can we eat it now?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to have some?
Yeah.
And you're right, the tomatoes. You don't need to do anything else with them. Slight hint of garlic. I'm going in with the sausage and a bit of... This is proper rustico food. I have one of London's top Italian chefs with me, Masha Rener. But now I want to find out where her love of food came from.
I grew up in the countryside and in Umbria. That is like the central part of Italy between Florence and Rome. When I was 5, my parents, they opened this very tiny, small restaurant in this farm, and there was like probably just about 15 seats. My mom, she didn't know when she bought a house in Umbria, nothing about herbs, about cooking. So slowly, she was going to the old ladies around the area to pick some secrets and start to learn how to cook with the wild herbs. I was constantly there to be with her, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I was really feeling since then that was probably become my job. When I was 19, I moved to London after the high school for a year to improve my English, and we're still there. But, and this is how I discovered Lina Stores. It's a delicatessen, Italian delicatessen. First times was just to shopping, but the staff, it always have been super friendly. So this is how we become friends. And after this year, I went back to run the family restaurant. And this was for about 9 years on my own. Lina people we kept in touch in the years, they called me and they said, well, why we don't do something together in London? And I was like, wow, but I'm not really sure that I can do it. Like, I've been all my life in the countryside. The plan was use all the knowledge in the products and in the ingredients and use all this stuff for a restaurant. The menu is not large, but behind every recipe there are like a storytellings that I can talk about. Cooking for me is more than a job. Even when I'm home and I don't need to cook, I'm constantly cook. I have friends at home that they come for dinner, and I keep doing experiments and research on the ingredients. And it's also something that makes me relaxed. Like when I'm furious, when I feel the hunger, if I get like something to cook and I'm around the oven and the hobs, and I feel much more calm and I can calm down myself. I think that cooking, it's more than a job, because it's a way that you can take care of other people, actually, you know, other people that you love. When you love someone, you can just feeling what they need to eat. This is like the little magical part of cooking. So you do the dish that they love, and you're gonna sit around the table, you're gonna share your experience, you're gonna share your feelings. This is just magical, I think. This recipe is Croatian, and I picked this recipe because my mom is Croatian. This is božja kaša, that means soup done from the grandmother. And it's the typical supper that she used to prepare for me and my sister when we were like growing up in the countryside. It's a super, super simple recipe, but really reminds me back in the time when we were like sitting around the fireplace having this. It's like it's milk, semolina flour, eggs, and salt. So it's just 4 ingredients. Yes, it's really, it's a weird taste because it's unusual taste for a soup. It just reminds me about my childhood. And there are sometimes flavors that even if they are not super tasteful and great, it makes you anyway happy, you know, because it's exactly the same flavor that I used to have 35 years ago. That's a long time ago, yeah.
I have to say, you don't look like you were loving that milk dish thing. Would you give that to your children?
No, we don't. We stopped drinking milk at home.
There you go, kids. Bet you're happy about that. Now, tell me about Sunday lunch in Italy. What would be a typical family feast Sunday lunch?
We have like different starters, depending also on the season, and from the family recipes. And after you go with the pasta, that can be like a soup or dry pasta or pasta baking in the oven like lasagna. And after you have the main course, usually it's like roasted meat, and you finish with the desserts.
Right, so time for me to cook an Italian lunch for you. Am I brave? Just a little. And I'm going to be cooking for you a butternut squash farro salad with a nice Italian herb chicken and my mama's spaghetti. Do you want to help me?
Yes.
Can you chop a bit of sage and rosemary for me?
Yes, equal parts?
Yeah, equal part. Whatever you think. OK, so I'm going to just drizzle some olive oil on. Extra virgin. And some salt and pepper. And then we're just going to toss the herbs in. I'm just going to massage that a bit because you want the oil all over the butternut squash. So that goes into the oven at 180 for between half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay, until it gets like caramelized.
You want it caramelized. You want it a little bit sticky and a little bit brown around the edges, guys. So now look, this is a really good tip. I don't know if you've ever had kale salad where you just go, I know this is really good for me, but it's just so stiff and woody. If you put it into your dressing, I don't know whether this is offensive in Italy.
No.
You massage, and this will go gorgeously soft. Right, so I'll put that there, and we can get on with the spaghetti. So, spaghetti for you. I'm going to let you put that in the water, because I'm more than a bit nervous. And tomato puree and parmesan. OK, so first of all, there's a lot said about salt
In the water.
In the water. So I'm going to let you do that.
Okay.
Show us proper Italian
Another
style.
important thing is like a lot of boiling water.
Show us the salt. Show us that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, twice.
Salty as the sea.
Has to be quite salty, the water.
Yeah. So this is my mama's spaghetti.
Okay, I'm so curious about this.
Right, and this is my children's favourite meal. So you heat up a good old slug of olive oil. Gosh, it takes ages. Right, Masha, can I move you over to this side?
Yeah.
I tell you why. I've put my garlic press somewhere and I can't find it, and so I've only got this, and I always grate my knuckle.
Okay, so you wanted to do food.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil
How many
this
cloves
dish.
of garlic you want in this quantity of oil?
2 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
So I might turn that oil off now because I don't want the garlic to brown. I just want it to go translucent. So, guys, at home, if you're making this, you want the garlic just to sort of almost just steep in the olive oil. So sometimes I heat the olive oil up and then just turn it off and let the garlic just soften.
Can I add a little bit of the water from the pasta?
Don't, you've spoiled it now.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to tell you that.
Sorry.
Oh, no. She ruined it, Nicole. She's already said it. Pretend she didn't say that. Edit that bit out. Actually, come on. You're ignoring your spaghetti.
Okay.
Don't overcook my spaghetti.
No.
OK, so you see how the garlic now is just sizzling away. That's really nice. And what I'm going to do now is add some tomato puree. And the thing is, I always got really nice organic tomato puree. I do about 2 tablespoons like that. What's great about this is the sauce is cooked by the time the spaghetti is cooked. So I'm going to add a good pinch of salt. Is the spaghetti ready? That looks nice. So if you can pass me the ladle. So now, because you're pretending you didn't know this, I'm taking my ladle of water from the spaghetti because there's starch in it, isn't there?
Right, yeah.
So it gives you...
This is the secret
thickens-
also for the good carbonara, good cacio e pepe.
Oh, I don't do it with any of that. Everything you should do it, should you?
You use the water where you cook the pasta because there is the starch inside of the pasta loose in the water.
OK. Bit of pepper.
Yeah, they're done.
OK, bung it in.
Yeah?
Always the pasta to the sauce, never the sauce to the pasta.
Right.
Can you believe? Top Italian chef in London, top Italian chef, restaurants, delis. Oh, my God, when my mum sees this, she's going, oh, Nadia, that was very rude. She really knew what she was doing, and you were telling her. So anyway, I cook it a little al dente, and then I let it cook down in the sauce a bit so that it goes a bit sticky. Is that wrong?
No, it's perfect.
OK. Oh, yum, yum. I've got my butternut squash here cooled. You see that? You want that nice, sticky, caramelised bit. To that, I'm going to add my farro. Guys, you can use spelt instead or rice if you're finding it difficult.
But this is a grain that we use quite a lot in Umbria. So,
putting that into my kale.
OK.
What about lentils? We seem to think that lentils, you use lentils a lot. Were we right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's also like we Norcia. We have the lentils from Castelluccio di Norcia. That's like very, very famous ingredient. Like we call DOP in Italian.
Okay.
Probably you have a kind of the same. It's totally like a recipe from my region.
Oh,
even
good.
the pumpkin, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So she knows it. Oh, I'm so pleased. OK, so that, guys, the farro, I just put it in salted water, cooked it for about 10 minutes or so, just till it's tender. So, look, that looks delish. So we're going to put that in it. And I believe you have brought a rather yummy ingredient with you from your deli.
This is, I don't know if it's like well-known ingredients or not. This is a ricotta.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a cow ricotta, but this one is also smoked. So the flavour, it's just amazing.
Let me have a sniff. Oh.
It's typical from south of Italy, like Calabria.
Oh, guys, try and sauce some of that. It's delicious. Would you mind
I do the
plating that
spaghetti
one up?
for
Yeah,
you,
and give me and the board.
Okay.
I'll use the board for my chicken. Where have I put my chicken? Oh,
So
that
you want
smells
your
lovely.
board here is fine? Yeah?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you,
Okay.
darling.
So heavy?
It's so heavy. OK, there I've got my gorgeous chicken, which basically I just stuffed a load of herbs and butter and olive oil, cooked it first upside down, so all the juice runs into the breast, and then turned it over for the last 40 minutes so that it's nice and brown on top.
OK.
Let me get my chicken onto
You
my
want some
board.
parmesan on top of your spaghetti?
Yeah, yes. Look at that. What do you think? Ah!
I'm not gonna sing, I tell you.
I'll think of a different Italian one. Come on, let's tuck in. Salad first. Be honest, you can tell me.
Umbrian one, no? That's like super Umbrian.
You can taste the olive oil, yum. Right, you know what I want to do with the chicken? I want that.
Yeah.
I want the skin.
Oh.
You have to try my spaghetti. Now, be warned, my children are watching. Maddie, Kiki, watch. Italian chef.
They're really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's just like the perfect consistency because the texture, because also the tomato, the concentrate, just stick on the pasta.
That's what you want. Do you hear that, guys? Sticky. And my salad was lovely. And my smoked ricotta and my chicken skin was delicious. Oh, I'm getting so excited because it's almost time for Masha to make her legendary Italian pasta dish, and we're going to see it from start to finish. I'm so excited. But first, let's go and have a look at her top 5 ingredients.
These are my 5 top ingredients. The caper shoots, the anchovies, the quince apple jam, the passata, the tomato passata, it's like tomato sauce, and the dry pasta. Caper shoots are one of my favorite ingredients. It's actually is the plant of the capers, and you can see there is the leaves and the baby capers here. They taste like capers, but lighter. You just boil the potatoes and you dress your potatoes with this one. It's just amazing, the flavor that comes out. I think anchovies is one of my best ingredients ever. And of course, it's like ingredients that you can use in so many different ways. But I think like my best is the simplicity of have like a really good butter, homemade butter, nice bread, and a fillet of anchovies on top. I can die for this, like really. Quince jam, it's sometimes people like the Italians, they think that it's not typical Italian, but actually is. This jam you can use like has a jam, like you can have like bread, butter, and jam. But you can do also like if you want to go into something more complicated, you can do like a mousse with this one. If you do with the jelly and whipped cream, it's also really, really nice. So passata, it's one of our main ingredients in Italy because our like famous pasta al pomodoro, it's done with the passata. So there are so many recipes that we use also the passata with the main course, with the meat. Or think also about the pizza. This is the passata, like this is what you use to do the pizza. Penne rigate. I don't like the other one, like the penne lisce. Rigate means it's the stripes that they have on it. In this way, it keeps better the sauce. It's like the sauce sticks better on the pasta. Yes, these are my 5 top ingredients.
Oh, wow. So Italian chefs eat dried pasta too?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, the homemade pasta is like really good, but it's more something for Sunday, for occasions. Fried pasta is something that we eat like every day. Right. I do pasta or lunch or dinner, but once a day.
So, tell me about this. I'm a bit excited.
Well, yeah, we're going to start with the sauce because the sauce needs to be cooked for a while. The secret is that you get the oil red, like very, very nice. So, I'm going to start first.
So, it's a tomato sauce.
It's called arrabiata. Arrabiata. That means angry.
Angry?
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah. Not hungry.
Not hungry. Like yeah.
So it's
because
a tomato...
there is a arrabbiata because there is the chili, so it's hot.
Yeah. What's the pasta going to be?
The pasta is going to be a homemade pasta, quite like simple shape to do also at home. And it's called Mezzalune.
Half a moon?
Yeah, right.
You didn't know I could speak Italian, did you? Yeah, Mezzalune.
It's very simple filling, but I think it's really, really super Italian because it's a buratta filling.
Is it just a soft mozzarella?
Not really.
No. OK.
Burrata filling with some ricotta cheese and salt and pepper. And so we will have like the white inside the pasta and the tomato sauce with the basil. So it looks 100% Italian. Like.
Wow. And you've kept your seeds in. Obviously, if you don't like it too hot, you can take the seeds out.
Yeah. And chopped garlic, just like this. But you don't want to burn the garlic, eh?
No, never burn the garlic.
No.
It's all over. The party's over once the garlic's burnt.
And before the start to burn the garlic, you added the pelati. So it's the whole tomato, because you want in this sauce, you want the pieces, like the chopped.
Okay, so you're not going for a puree passata feel. You want to taste the
arrabiata, you need to taste the tomato. This sauce, to make a little bit more flavoured, you need also some concentrate tomato, a little bit of brown sugar.
Oh, now, controversial.
Controversial.
Very controversial. So you've not got faith in your tomatoes, Masha?
But this is something that we do a lot in Italy. You just give that little kick of sweetness to the sauce. Salt. And now, usually, I just add some basil like this, so this gives the flavour.
I love that.
But this is the way how you give the flavour of the basil to the sauce.
Great. So you're leaving that partially covered on a simmer for how long?
Like half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's time for the pasta. And you are known in the foodie world as the pasta queen. You even have a special headdress, I hear. Put on your headdress, the pasta queen. Do you always wear this in your restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it goes just like this.
You're just so effortlessly gorgeous. Pasta time.
Pasta time.
I'm already excited just by the bag. Something about Italian.
It's Cuore d'Italia.
Cuore d'Italia.
Heart of Italy. So here we have the 300 grams of flour. I always prefer to do my pasta on marble or...
Okay.
So what you do, you create a kind of a fontaine. Fontaine?
A well.
A well.
Call that a well.
You do the hole quite big because otherwise it's going to be tricky to do your egg. And so it goes 3 eggs for the 300 grams. Very important is the egg that you pick because you have to be careful on the yolks. So must free range, organic, depends. Like you can experiment with eggs to get some, like a dough that is yellow and looks nice.
Very yellow.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's like, it's with everything with you, isn't it? With your cooking, and the ingredients are so
important. It's all about
important.
ingredients because there are not too many, so you cannot mess up with the ingredients. So
it's got olive oil in it.
A bit, like
I'm
just
so surprised.
A bit.
Oh. So
you start just to do the eggs inside.
And always with your fingers?
Yeah. Like you can try with elbow.
Your knee.
It's a little bit more complicated.
So that's very sticky.
Yeah, but it's going to get good.
So what are the top tips then for making a really good homemade fresh pasta?
So the ingredients for sure.
First
are the ingredients. I will say do it by hand.
So you do that for what, about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I will put in a cling film and leave it rest like for a bit.
How long for?
About 20 minutes, half an hour. Not in the fridge. You just leave it at like ambient temperature is fine.
Cool. So now it's time for the filling.
Yeah.
Yes, goody.
Here we have the buratta, the ricotta cheese, cow ricotta cheese. This is the bowl to mix the ingredients. Just a little bit of salt, pepper, and olive oil.
Tell us what a burrata is.
I show you now. So the burrata is like this one. It looks like a mozzarella, but the inside is soft and it's like mozzarella dough. It's like cream and mozzarella inside. So we don't want to throw away, of course, the outside because it's super good. So you chop it just a bit, this part.
Okay, so what else could you use if you couldn't get burrata? What about cheddar?
Maybe change the dish.
Cottage cheese? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we have, like, it's the equal parts of ricotta and burrata.
So ricotta is?
Ricotta, it's a cow ricotta. It's just a totally different technique.
And it's very plain, isn't it? It's it has no flavour, actually. It just takes on flavours.
Yeah. It's probably the cheese that we use most for the filling of the pasta. We have at the restaurant the nudi, there's like just ricotta and cheese with no pasta around. Because they are naked, no? Nudi means naked.
No, I love that. They're naked. They're naked. Come on, let's all get naked. Salt, yeah.
Bit of pepper.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to say pepper.
And just a tiny bit of oil.
Why has that surprised me so much that you've put pepper? I don't know, but... What was the purpose of that olive oil? Flavour or consistency?
It's the flavour and the texture, yeah. You need some little bit, like veg or fat inside.
Fat, yeah. Oh, now it's time for the pasta. I think you should show me first, and then I'd like to have a little go, if that's OK.
OK, perfect. OK. Usually the people just do, like, don't let stick the pasta together. They just put the semolina.
Yeah, so it doesn't stick.
OK, it doesn't stick. My little tip will be do semolina and white flour together.
Did you discover that yourself then?
Yeah.
Is that your little
Yeah.
trick?
Yeah.
Because you love that, don't you? You love to find tricks. You're obsessed with cooking, aren't you? You do it all the time. You're thinking about food and ingredients and
all the time. I do half, and you do the other half. Okay.
Okay.
You want to like try it now? You can try, and we change the thickness. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Well, you know what? Better that you start from this way because you just get into. Okay. Yes.
Ooh, che bella.
Che bella, eh?
Che bella, buonissima.
You speak Italian.
Fluently, absolutely fluently. So is it going again?
No, put it here.
Okay.
We do now on the. I think it's good.
So where are we getting to? What number are we getting to?
Also the thickness depends on which kind of pasta you need to do.
Okay.
I will say 1.5 on this one.
For Mezzalune.
For Mezzalune, yeah, because you need to taste the...
So whatever pasta you're making, whether it's Mezzalune, ravioli, spaghettini, whatever, is the recipe exactly the same?
Yeah.
Oh, it is really satisfying, isn't it? I can see why you love it so much. Wow, it's like magic.
Go finish, yeah? Okay. Okay. What I do, I just, to don't do a mistake and don't throw away too much pasta, I put down like the circle so I can see how many you can get on one.
Do about, a couple of portions.
So, and you put the filling like this.
So is that a couple of portions?
Usually 8, About 8 is like a...
8 for 2 people?
Yeah. Because we are not used to have this huge portion of pasta. You don't need... Sometimes
that's why you're stood there looking like that, and I'm stood there looking like this.
I was super surprised when I started to go like an Italian concept pasta. They would have 2 prices with 2 different sizes of pasta.
Yeah. Is that terrible?
And also because if you have, like, you want to taste... For this reason, our meals are, like, so rich in courses. No, you cannot have, like, 500 grams of pasta just for the primo because it's too much. And now you finish. And you go, like, with your finger, like this. Okay? And after you pinch it, the Mezzalune like this. Okay?
Little half moon.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a go then. So what are the important things to remember when you're closing up these pastas to make sure they don't explode?
First of all, that you pinch it really well. So we put some water also for this reason. Yeah. And another thing is that you start it from the middle, so you push all the air out. Because if you leave the air inside, it's going to like explode.
It's going to explode. So you start in the middle and go to the out and pushing out the air. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Let's get cooking.
I put some semolina to absorb the extra moisture, and also some white flour. And this helps.
Is this it? Are we going to put the pasta in?
Well, we have everything. We have the water that is boiling, and I didn't add any salt to it, so I will add, like, salt, always.
Salt. What's all this, then? The colander and the... Why have we got this?
This is a quite rustic technique.
Yeah, OK.
You know, it's just easier to take it out.
And it's much quicker to cook, isn't it, fresh
pasta?
That's
just going to tell you, like this, the fresh pasta takes like 1 minute, 2 minutes. So here in the pan, I put some of the sauce. The pasta and the gnocchi, usually, you can recognize when they're ready, when they rise up to the top of the water.
Oh, yeah, good tip. So it's ready?
Yep.
Wow. Oh, and you do let a bit of that water go in?
Yes. So I already told you now, the sauce, I reduced the sauce quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I prefer to add it like the boiling water from the pasta that has some starch inside. And when I do the dressing, I usually do always like some fresh grounded cheese on top. Because if you put the cheese now, the cheese will stick on the pasta.
Right.
So this is going to be our Mezzalune with arrabiata.
For 2. If anybody's wondering at home, this is a portion for 2. It smells so good. They do look like pillows of loveliness, which is what you want. Do you want me to sing again? Do you want me to sing again? Lovely. Che buonissimo. Che bella. Che parmigiana. So far, we have been feasting on Masha's gorgeous homemade sausage and beans for breakfast, delicious Italian herb-roasted chicken with a hearty salad and my super easy spaghetti for lunch. Now, I don't know about you, but it doesn't matter how much I've eaten. If somebody offers me a really good tiramisu, I just can't resist. But that is the point. There is so much bad tiramisu out there, so I'm hoping my recipe will impress you just a tiny bit. So, first of all, folks, in here I've got some espresso. Now, proper espresso.
Okay, good.
It must be strong.
It's not an instant coffee, right?
Not an instant coffee.
Good.
Of course, some of you will just make it an instant coffee, and that's up to you. But espresso is the proper way, isn't it? Yeah. To that, I'm going to add a splash of Kahlua, which is a coffee liqueur. And can you add some masala for me?
Yeah.
I'm doing this a bit differently, and I hope this doesn't offend any Italians out there, but I'm doing it in a loaf tin, because actually it looks really pretty if it works. I made one last Tuesday and it didn't, it collapsed, so I'm hoping this one works. So I've got a double piece of cling film, and I made sure that there's a big flap, and you'll see why in a bit, because at the end we're going to fold it over. So let's pop that out of the way. And I'm going to start making my mascarpone filling. So I've got my egg yolks, I've separated them and I've whisked up the egg whites.
Okay, there.
And I'm putting in some golden caster sugar.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Am I doing it right so far? Am I OK so far?
Yeah, no.
And I'm just going to whisk it till... You have to whisk... I mean, you could do this with a hand whisk. Would you do yours with a hand whisk?
No, mascarpone custard is always better to do with...
okay.
Because you get more firm and doesn't collapse.
So have a look in there. You see how it's going nice and pale now? We want it pale. You want it pale and ribbony. A bit more?
Just a little bit more. It's good like this.
It's good.
Yeah.
So look at that, guys, you see? So it's like a trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
OK, so that is ready, yeah. Oh, thank you, goodness. I've got one of the top Italian chefs being my sous chef. I love this show. So now, to this, I'm going to add my mascarpone, but just half of it. Now I'm going to add my double cream. Oh, that's looking lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
As long as you're putting the egg whites in and you're not bashing the air out, you're going to be OK. But let's watch a proper chef do it, shall we?
So should I do it like, you give it to me? Yeah. And so this is the... To want the white like really well, like this, you put a pinch of salt.
Yeah,
this is
I do, to stabilise the egg, doesn't it? Yeah.
So, and you don't go like all in one time. You just go like down and up, down and up.
So the first bit you put in, you don't have to worry as much about the air, do you? You're just getting it in.
Just get it in, yeah. And after the last bit, you are super careful to fold and keep it this fluffy.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah?
Yum.
Yummy,
Yum, yum. Well, I quite like that. You just did it how I would have done it. I was expecting something a bit flasher.
Yeah?
I was expecting you to go...
No.
No. OK, well, that's that done then. OK, so first of all, we're going to dip our biscuits and we're going to try really hard not to eat them. So we dip them and...
That's also not a very important part of the dessert.
Oh, right.
How long you gonna seat the biscuits?
What technique do you use?
Counting 1, 2, 3.
Oh, really? 1, 2, 3. Yeah?
Okay.
Like that?
Well, what I usually do, I do maybe like 3 per time. And I have more liquids, so it's just like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow. OK.
So, and you just...
Wow, OK. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, perfect.
4, 5, 6.
Oh.
8, 9, 10. Told you I spoke Italian.
You go first with mascarpone?
Yep.
OK.
First with mascarpone. Oh, look at that. Cook's pleasures.
OK.
Beautiful. Do you want to grate that in for me?
Yeah, I prefer it here, like, if you want, because it melts, so if you keep the chocolate like this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
OK. So don't use, like, you know, just milk chocolate powder. You want really good cocoa, yeah?
Yeah.
OK.
So you start again now.
So next we are going to go 1, 2, 3. So do you want to do the next batch, Masha?
Yep.
Oh, yum. Uno, due, tre. There we go. I'm just imagining people all over the country making this weekend and saying uno, due, tre.
Yeah, it's important to say in Italian. Eh?
Oh, it has to be Italian. Otherwise, you're not going to get a good tasting tiramisu. After this, we've got another layer of sponge, and then we've got to keep enough for the top.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So last bit, I'm so glad you're doing that last bit for me. Oh. I always tap dance at great cookery moments. Oh, this cocoa is so good. I don't think I've ever seen a cocoa so
because,
gorgeous.
If you put the cocoa in the chocolate now, it's not going to stick the clean film.
Well, that's what I thought. So we're going to fold it over and into the fridge overnight. Yes. Overnight, because you want it to separate, and you want all the flavours to meld, and you want it to come out with a beautiful shape. I've got one here that somebody else prepared for me earlier. Can we have a drum roll, please, folks? Whatever I tell them to do, they do it. Do you think it's because my name is in the title? Just have a little ego buzz there. Ta-da-da-da! People doubted me, but I did it. Oh, wow. Oh, mamma mia! Look at that. Ah! Oh, my God, have I offended you with my recipe? Oh, my God, what are you doing?
That's for the knife. Because if you want, like, to cut in a perfect slice, it's better that you warm up the knife.
So this is some more boozy cream. It's got vanilla in and a bit of masala, a little bit of sugar. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? I have to say, I'm just a little scared of you and your blowtorch at the moment. OK, so more cocoa. Look at that. Don't look at the splodged cream. Just look at how beautiful this pick-me-up is. That's what tiramisu means, pick-me-up. I told you I could speak Italian. Yeah. Oh.
OK.
I love it. Oh, I can't wait. Here, I'm going to let you cut it with your hot knife.
Yeah, OK. So what you do is just you cut, like, very fast.
Yeah, don't muck about. Oh,
yum. And voila.
Mmm.
And you see the ladyfinger, they are soaked just perfectly.
Yeah.
Because they are soft, but they are not too wet. And there is no coffee. Yeah, no coffee running around the dish. It's really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Really?
Well done.
Oh, that makes me happy. Oh, you did it really good. So there you have it, Masha's gorgeous sausage and cannellini bean dish, an easy-to-make spread for lunch with a hearty salad, a roasted chicken and a super easy spaghetti dish, Masha's ode to her love of pasta with her magical Mezzalune, and the perfect way to finish off any meal with my naughty but nice tiramisu. Thank you so much, Masha. I've learned so much and I've eaten so much beautiful food. Thank you.
Thank you.
For now, arrivederci. Or ciao. Arrivederci.
Ciao. Ciao. Aspetta. Ciao. Arrivederci tutto formal.
Ok.
Ok, ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, bella. Ciao, bello. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao. Ciao.